What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be doing another metal album review. And the reason I'm wearing my leather jacket at 10:30 at night, 10:45 at night, in my room is because I live in the basement and it is absolutely freezing in here. So today we're actually going to be going over a newer record than the last two we've done. We've done two records from 2000 in our previous videos. This one is actually from 2017. And this is one that I really wanted to touch on because it's very unique, especially for this band and in the metal world, to me at least. Today we're going to be going over Nightbringers by the Black Dahlia Murder. I love this album. This is a great album, and I'm going to dive deep into that right now. First, I'm going to start by saying there is not a dull moment in this album. It is absolutely, all of it is just so great. And we'll start from the beginning of my notes here. First thing I said was heavy throughout. I have listened to all of the Black Dahlia Murders material, and I believe they had... They've had 9 studio albums now, and I've listened to every single one of them all the way through. But I will say, this one is definitely the heaviest of all of them. And then, you know, that's surprising. It's either this one or Nocturnal, but I don't know. This one just really fucking slaps you. Like, it is heavy all the way through. And yeah, there's some slow parts, but they're still just as heavy. Also, I apologize. I'm still kind of sick, guys. It's been a week and a half now. I'm so sorry you have to hear that. Second note I had was album starts, literally, you just go into the album with a blood-curdling scream. Like, there's like a 5-second scream. You know, nothing too major, too long. But then you just go right into fucking, like, hardcore thrash, screaming black metal. Death metal. And it's so good. So good. And, you know, this is honestly, it's weird for me because I've never listened to an album this heavy that I actually like, but there is something about the Black Dahlia Murders sound that I just really love. Next note, drums go apeshit through that whole thing. They do. The drums in this album are absolutely insane. The usage of cymbals is so good. And I don't know, I'm going to have to look into this so I don't sound like an idiot in my next review. I don't know the names of certain cymbals, but there is one cymbal in this album they use a lot, and it's kind of like a bell sound, and it's just so good. It goes with the hardcore, the heavy riffs so well. Fourth note. Sorry, I'm a little tired right now. When you first listen to Widowmaker, which is the first track, you think it's so heavy. And then you go into the second track. It's called Of God and Serpent, of Spectre and Snake. So brutal. Absolutely brutal. I can't even begin to tell you how fast the drum line is. So fast. And it's just absolutely insane. You're getting screamed at for like 3.5 minutes. It is so good. Like I said, this is probably the heaviest album I've ever listened to that I actually enjoy. I don't know. There's something about this album. And, you know, a lot of their previous albums, it's harder to get the theme. But in this one, it really connects. Like, obviously the name connects to the theme with all their albums. But this one really sets it off. The third song kind of kicks you in the face. This whole album does. Literally, you get done with the second track, and it's just, you get done with this brutalness, and you expect a break, but no, they just fucking slap you right in the face again. And it's so good. Honestly, there are some moments in this heavy album that are truly catchy metal. Like, it's catchy, but face-wrecking at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. You're going to have to listen to this album for yourself, because it's actually really, really good, if you like heavy shit like I do. I don't get how something can be so catchy, especially in the third song. I don't get how something can be so catchy but face melting at the exact same time. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, but it is such a good album. The fourth track on the album is the title track, Nightbringers. And it's a little slower than the rest of the album, except for the sixth song, and we're going to touch on that soon. But it's just as brutal. Absolutely brutal. And there's just amazing riffs throughout the entire album on this one. I don't know. I just love their sound. And I feel like, you know, I was going to say their sound is perfected over time. But to me, honestly, there is something to love about every single one of their albums. Because while, yes, it's death metal, it's all going to sound somewhat the same, they make it sound different. And I like it when a band can take metal material and make each album sound different from one another. The screaming is different in a lot of their albums. The album art definitely varies, which I like. And this one just, it slaps you so hard. Like, I cannot stress that enough. I've said that like 20 times. This is the heaviest Black Dahlia Murder album I have ever listened to. While, yes, the first two albums were very raw, this is just hardcore. Like, oh my god. I touched on this a little bit before. The drum work on this album is just absolutely incredible. The drummer, I don't know the name. I don't know the name of anyone in the band, really. I just got into the Black Dahlia Murder about a month ago. The drum work is insane. Absolutely insane. Just so good. What I was touching on a little bit earlier, the sixth track on the album. It's called Kings of the Night World. This is my favorite track on the album. Because, yes, I love the super fast, face-melting riffs, drums, you know, getting smacked in the face by pure, hardcore, raw metal. But this, you slow it down a little bit. And the guitar work, the chorus really slows things down. And the guitar work goes perfect with the lyrics. And the way I described this while I was taking notes is you feel like you walk into this dark land. Like, you know, dark land with rocks all around you, dead trees, carcasses on the ground. And you expect no one to be around. And then music starts playing and demons come in with torches and start chanting around you because you've made your way into the night world. That's basically what I get out of this song. Because the way the chorus is like, we are the kings of the night world! And it's like taking you in and like welcoming you in a very scary way. It's like bringing you into hell for the first time and these demons circling you. And it just freaks you the fuck out. And you can, like, imagine it. Because the way the album art is, and you can see it in the thumbnail of this video, you can imagine walking into that and then just having these creatures circle you with torches, screaming at you, and explaining to you where the fuck you are. You're in a place you don't want to be. You have been welcomed to the night world in a terrifying way, and that might be the place that you die. Or you may already be dead. I don't know, just an amazing song. I didn't have too much to touch on the seventh track. It was just another hardcore, blood-curdling, absolutely wrecking song. And then I went into the transition from the seventh track to the eighth one is so amazing. You get like this everlasting note into this like it's just so good. You gotta listen to it for yourself. The second or the eighth track that it goes into, it's very suspenseful. I can't talk. And the starting solo, it's in a song called As Good as Dead. That's the one I was just getting to. And then, you know, as that song ends, you move into The Lonely Deceased, which is the closing track of the album, and it is so heavy. All of it is just so heavy. But like I said, my favorite track on this album by far is The Kings of the Night World. So good. So good. You can feel yourself there. That's how good it is. So, you know, other than, you know, like, I've touched a lot on overall album notes already. But I really did a lot of track stuff. So, like I said, let's just review the overall album notes. Like I said, the drum work was incredible. Guitar's heavy. All of it is just so good. I love the screaming style in this album. And the one that followed it. I believe it's Verminous. Yeah, their 2020 album, which had a little bit of variety. We will probably get to reviewing that album because it's just very different from what the Black Dahlia Murder has put out before. But this one, it's very lyrically evil. It sounds evil. The sick track, like I said, the Kings of the Night World, you truly feel like you should be scared of what's there. But it's like they're accepting you into their tribe. You get what I'm saying? It's really creepy. This album is about 30, I believe it's 33 minutes long, and you don't regret any of it, to be honest. So I'm going to get into my out of 10 rating, and then I will explain as to why I gave it this rating. Oh, one more thing I wanted to touch on. The album art. A lot of people don't like the, you know, the fake, what's it called? Fantasy shit. But I love that on metal albums, you know. It's just kind of a metal staple at this point in the metal community. I mean, it's 2022. We've seen a lot of heavy metal albums. And I'm going to have to go with an overall rating of 7.9 out of 10 on this album. Because it is really... No. I changed that. It's going to be an 8.2. Because I gave Follow the Reaper by Children of Bodom an 8.8. And that's a very, very generous rating. Because it is so good. And, you know, to me, it's hard to get a 10. But, God, just Nightbringers is so good. And the reason I gave it that rating is because, you know, it's very heavy, and sometimes your brain wants a break, and you don't really get a break until the 6th song, where, you know, that amazing song. So you kind of get raped, in a sense, until you get to that 6th song. So, you know, the only thing I don't like about it is that, you know, you like a break. I would really like it to slow down in the first 5 tracks just a little bit, but still... so good. I love their heavy work. It is just amazing. And, you know, another reason this is in the 8s for me is because, like, an 82% out of 100 is because I honestly, the metal I've gotten into is typically anywhere from, like, the late 90s to the early 2000s era. Aside from a few other metal bands that I'm really into. And this came out of 2017, and it's nice to see metal still styled like this today, because I know a lot of bands have gone soft, or just quit, or, you know, but you don't see that with the Black Dahlia Murder. They just keep going, and, my God, they just keep getting harder. So, yeah, I mean, that's my honest rating. This is a great album. If you want to get introduced to the Black Dahlia Murder, you can give this album a listen first try. I mean, honestly, I will tell you, this is their heaviest one, so don't get used to that being that heavy. Yes, all the rest of their stuff is super fucking heavy, but not this heavy. So, yeah, honestly, I hope you guys just enjoyed the video. If you guys have listened to this album, let me know. Absolutely great production. All of it is just pieced together so well. And it's the perfect length to where you don't get sick of it. It's an amazing album. So... hope you guys did enjoy, and let me know what you guys would like to see in the next album review. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a good night, morning, evening, wherever the hell you are, and stay metal. Rock on.